there on the Ballad of John and Yoko. And as we wrap up our look at John's turns as the Beatles' lead guitarist, we thought it would be fitting to salute him alongside both George and Paul for a song that brought things
So I'm on my way home, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. 52 and sunny. I really feel for all my friends and relatives who are enduring a horrible winter storm right now. So my thoughts go out to all of those people affected by that storm. But yeah, I'm just driving home. It's about 4:30. I live in a college town, so my drive home gets to go through the campus, and I get to go through the campus, and it's lovely. It's actually the University of Florida, and so something I love about Florida, and I'm a native of Florida, something I love about Florida is the old, beautiful Spanish moss that hangs from the trees. You're not going to see that in many other places than in the South. So it's very beautiful, and I love it. But so right now I'm driving by the big stadium. Let me see if I can show you guys. I don't know if I can turn this around. I don't know how to do that. So I'll just show you this way. I'm stopped. I don't know if you guys can see the big, big, big football stadium. Just a beautiful drive. I love going through the campus every day. So there it is. And then here's our basketball stadium. I get to drive by that too. So that's super cool. Yeah. So I think I got the camera all messed up, but I'm just gonna keep rolling. So I'm only going about 15 miles an hour, so I know I shouldn't be using my phone in driving, but I'm breaking a little rule for this video. I do have to look out for a lot of pedestrians, students that are on campus, so we have a lot of crosswalks I have to drive through. So yeah, as a nurse practitioner, this is my second career. So my first career was in banking, and I had a really great time doing that. Worked in the fraud department, got to identify like kiting related accounts with like kiting checks when that used to be a thing. I don't think it is anymore with the way banking is done now, so electronically, but it used to be where you had to like identify patterns between different accounts in the bank and the movement of money. And you had to kind of, we didn't really have a program to identify some of these patterns. So anyway, it was fun. I had a great time. And then while I was at the bank, I decided to, my husband and I at the time wanted to have children. So we got pregnant very close together. One pregnancy in 2003 and one in 2004. And I should not have had babies so close together. If anyone's listening to this and you are trying to plan your family, most people will tell you, especially an OBGYN will tell you, to space out your children by at least 2 years. And this is advice that I did not take at the time. And I thought I was, not your average person that I could handle it. But I look back and I wish I had taken that advice, only because it was extremely difficult, and especially in a not so great marriage. So what ended up happening was our first child was born, and then our second child was born, about a year after that. And my second child had a chronic illness. And so I won't talk too much about that, except to say that it did alter my life completely. And I actually quit the bank and decided to do prerequisites at a community college to get into the nursing program, to learn more about things that we were going to have to deal with as a family. So I did that, and I got my 2-year nursing degree through the community college, which was amazing. The program at Santa Fe College was awesome. And then after that, I worked for a couple of years in floor nursing and oncology, and did the 12-hour shift thing. And after that, that's about the time my marriage was kind of going south. And so after our divorce, I decided to finish out a nursing degree, and I went to USF online, finished that out in about a year, got a bachelor's remotely. And then once I got my bachelor's, I worked in primary practice and as an RN. And so I did a lot of vaccines for this clinic. It was this student clinic, and so we did a lot of vaccines, and we did a lot of basic primary care things like strep throat and migraines and this kind of thing. While I was at that clinic, I decided to, I don't know why I thought to do this, but it just was something that came to me, that I need to keep going to school. Like, I need to keep going. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the graduate exam, the GRE, and see if I even get a good enough score to get into the University of Florida, which is where I wanted to go. Only because of a matter of convenience. I do live in Gainesville, Florida. So I took the GRE, and I think I was like 38 when I took it, or 39, and got a pretty good score. Practiced, studied for, got a pretty decent score, and then I applied to the University of Florida doctorate of nursing practice program for family practice. So I started that program, chipped away at that for about 5 years, graduated, got certified as a nurse practitioner. So some people don't know that when you go to graduate level nursing school, which now the standard is becoming a DNP degree, there are not many programs that do master's level anymore, but I think they're out there. But the the push in the nursing profession is to have as many nurses practicing at the doctorate level as possible. So, and all that basically means is we practice using evidence and evidence-based research, and we implement guidelines from different specialties. And so a DNP is what is kind of becoming the standard for nursing. So, but after I got that degree, which is it's an educational degree, I had to also sit for the nurse practitioner certification exam. And so you graduate, you're all excited, and then you have to study for boards, as they say. And so that was another hurdle. And so I got that done in 2022 and went straight to work. And so I was getting job offers from places that were not offering me the salary that I wanted. And my husband gave me great advice. He also works in the medical profession. He said, don't cave. He said, you want this amount, it's reasonable. He knows, because he knows the salaries of people who he encounters throughout his life. And so I held out, and wouldn't you know, I got an offer for about 30% more than what I was initially offered with this other place. And my program teaches you to it teaches you kind of how to make a contract with an employer, because once you're at the doctorate level, you really hold a lot of cards for creating the kind of work-life balance that you want, that's best for you. So that you can practice safely, most effectively, most efficiently, while also, taking care of yourself. So I held out for that, and I'm so glad I did. And here I am, almost home now. And I really like where I work. I've worked there for 3 years now. So, this blog, I want to make it really relatable to anybody who wants to learn more about the nursing profession. Do they want to go into it? What are some of the pros and cons? I've made a lot of mistakes, and also I've had a lot of achievements throughout my nursing career. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and share some of those as we progress. And so yeah, this channel's for anybody. I'll focus on many different things. Let me get parked here. I have to concentrate. Hold on. But what I'm going to really try to do is talk about how to keep going, keep persisting for those nurses out there who are, it's kind of nagging at you. Should I keep going? Should I keep going to school? What should I do? I'm here to tell you that it is worth it. It's hard, but it is worth it. And you will be so proud of yourself for every single accomplishment and every single class you pass, every single semester you graduate from. And throughout it all, you're going to be nurturing yourself, making sure not to, forget to take care of yourself. And I just want to be your cheerleader. So I'm home, and I'm going to go ahead and wind down. But I'm glad I got to talk to you guys today. And please comment and send me messages. Send me questions in the comments section. I really want to hear from you guys, what you're going through, anything at all. I'm really interested in connecting with you. So, all right, I'll see you guys later.